Okay. Good evening, everybody. This is Tamara here, certified facilitator, access consciousness. I'm working with the tools, and I'm hoping to make it understandable for everybody. So, does everybody know that's online how to go with the clearing statement? Have you ever heard of it? Is it new for you? Please let me know if there's anything you would like to know at this point, because I'm going to use the clearing statement a lot. So, welcome. This is the second time I do this call. I did this call already before in Dutch because I'm from the Netherlands, but I had the sense that there was interest for doing this call in English as well, because English, the language of English, is so much different. There's so much more energy going on in English, and so we can reach a lot more areas when I'm speaking in English. So thank you for all the Dutchies that also are online. You're bold and beautiful to join with me. And if you have any question, please put it in the chat so that there are people who can help the translation. So just ask, okay? I was going to talk to you today about what if your life is supposed to be fun? What if your life can be like champagne every single day if you choose it? I'm wondering if there is any question at this point. Is there anybody who would like to say something or ask something or shout out? You can unmute yourself on the left bottom and let me know if I can be at any lightness with any question or any situation. The first thing I would like to address is the fact that we're in business. Whether you own a company or not, everybody who's waking up in the morning has blood in their veins, is breathing, is having a business. So I'm going to talk about business, not like you really have to own a building and sit there for 8 hours a day and go home. It's not like you just have to go in several hours and be serious. It's just life at the full capacity of life. It's like sitting in the toilet and having the best aha. Going to the shower and just instantly know what you need to know, what you've been asking questions for weeks or months or even, maybe even for years. That's business. Business is so completely out of form, structure, and linearity. If you could bear with me, I'm trying to get you to this space from beyond this reality. Beyond this reality, we go to our jobs from 8 in the morning till 5 p.m. and then go home and maybe have a nice dinner. We might have sex, but probably not, because that's too much fun. And then we go to bed and we do the same shit every morning, every day in, day out, over and over and over again. That's the business of a human. But we're humanoids. Because you entered this call, that means you're a humanoid, because you want to have more in your life. More ease, more fun, more joy, more space, more childhood wonder, more of everything, more juiciness. And the champagne bottle is like really something. Actually, I do like champagne. That's a whole different story, but it helps if you like champagne. But it's also about all the energies that are inside your body that wanted to come out of the body, like the cork of the bottle gets off and the champagne just splashes around. That feeling of exuberating joy and orgasmic living, that's where I would like to talk to you about today. Does everybody get that energy, what I'm trying to address here? Okay, cool. Because being gray and dull and boring and over and over and over again, that energy, we've been there too long, freaking too long. It's painful, it's boring, it's killing me. At least it's killing all my creations. It's killing my joy. It's killing my sense, my joyfulness to be alive. If it's going to be gray every day of my life, I might just shoot myself, because there's so much more on this planet that we could have and owe and see. So everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive the joy of this reality or beyond this reality, will you now please destroy and uncreate it? Good, bad, wrong, red, book, bottle, 9 short boys and beyonds. This is the clearing statement. If you don't know much about the clearing statement, please go to www.theclearingstatement.com and you can find more information on that. Maybe someone is joyful enough to type in the URL so you can look. Thank you, Marissa. You're getting it. Awesome, girl. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. Okay, so everywhere you're not in the knowing, the being, the perceiving, and the receiving, the capacities you do have, but not yet have acknowledged for having an orgasmic life, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Times Godzillion. Cool. Good, bad, wrong, right, book, bottle, 9 short boys and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to outcreate every barrier, linearity, structure, and form with total ease? Good, bad, wrong, right, book, bottle, 9. Excuse me. Short boys and beyonds. Being a child, like going to the supermarket when there is this small infant and she's walking and strolling around and being joyful and she just grabs your hand. At that time, probably if I could perceive that right, you will smile. You will be like, that's so joyful. The child is so free of form and structure. She doesn't have a secret agenda, a hidden agenda. She has no agreements. She has no boundaries. She's just being joyful. And we are all joyful beings. If we allow ourselves to be the joyful being you truly be for all eternity. And everything that doesn't allow you to have that, to own that, to claim that, and acknowledge that, will you please destroy and uncreate that? Good, bad, wrong, right, book, bottle, 9 short boys and beyond. Thank you for that. That was, I could perceive like, yay, let's be more of that. So please lower your barriers if you think this is hard, because it's not supposed to be hard. It's just an energy. It's just a being. It's just a perceiving of the space that you could be. I get a lot of questions from clients that they just ask me how to get out of anxiety, how to get out of nervousness, how to get out of sickness and vomiting from stress and control and contraction. Well, I just have one question. If you're perceiving that energy right now, what is the size of the earth that you're standing on? How much space are you being? Is that the size of a post stamp? You know, the little thing you put on an envelope so you can send out whatever it is that you need to tell people. Is that actually the space that you're functioning from? That's not joyful. That's not joyful. That's like intense. That feels like contraction. That feels like you're not supposed to be here. And that gives aches to the body. So if your body is in pain, and you can perceive the nauseousness, the anxiety, the stressfulness, the being in the body and only in that body, and even sucking in the energy to be the body everybody thinks you should have. Let me help you to get rid of that, please. If you lower your barriers, you could perceive the energy beside your body. Just sense the energy of this room. Sense the temperature. Sense the beings that are in this room. Are you alone? Is there somebody else? Is there an entity? Is there a human? Is there an animal? Yeah, just perceive that and know that you don't have to be at the size of a stamp mark, okay? Because you're way more than this body. And everything that doesn't show you and doesn't give you the space that you could choose and be, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Good, bad, wrong, right, book, bottle, 9 short boys and beyonds. So if you go back to that contraction part of you and you just fly a little bit above your body and you just look down on the situation, is your body still contracted? Or is your body more released? Relaxed, more ease, more joyful, more peaceful, more comfort? If you just zoom out a little bit out of the space where you're being, you could perceive there's so much more oxygen, so much more space, so much more freedom. And this is exactly the state I want to invite you to. What if you could have this every time of the week, every day of the week? What if this could be your business? And everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it. Good, bad, wrong, right, pop, pottle, nine, short, boys, and meals. So what would you like to know and what would you like to get out of this call? Please enter something in the chat. So give me some information that I can work with, that I can answer. Because otherwise, I'm be bored. It's your call. You create the call. Just ask me the questions you would like me to talk about. Let me see what is going to show up. You can also unmute yourself if that's more ease. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, thank you. Join me.
Sorry?
Join me. Come,
yeah.
Bring it on.
Well, I had that today, that there was a sense of energy around me, and I knew it wasn't me. It was from the client who came this afternoon for a session.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt really dense and heavy, and I knew it wasn't mine, but I couldn't perceive the joyful energy.
Were you in the result of that energy? Were you buying into it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is because we perceive so much around us, and we sometimes cognitively we do know that it doesn't belong to us, but sometimes we're just at the effect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who does it belong to?
It didn't even belong to her.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that, because I was already perceiving that, because I could not get the energy. So maybe she just took it up from somebody else, and she was feeling that energy, and she just brought it in, and your gorgeous body just perceived that energy that she was trying to fix into her body, and now you have to fix it into your body, but it didn't belong there anyway.
Yeah.
So how much is she at the effect of this not being joyful, and you with the being trying to heal and fix whatever she's not getting it right all the way? Do you get the energy?
Yeah, she's an X-Man, and she's in puberty, and
oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So
and she didn't know she was high. She was. I explained it to her as highly sensitive, because otherwise she couldn't perceive it
yeah, she couldn't receive that. So,
yeah, she understood, but she didn't.
Oh, so what is your question?
Well, if I'm in that energy, how can I I'm seeing a key. What's the key to get out of energy?
Okay, so two questions just for me to make sure that I address this, the energy I'm thinking this is talking about. Is she also like heavy in her energy, like tired, like that energy? Okay. And you were perceiving it, and were you aware of the fact that you did perceive it, and did you miss the tools to clear it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, because you got the Timus practice. Have you ever heard about Timus practice? The Timus. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you got this beautiful spot in the front of your chest, and that brings up energy. So if you're tired and heavy, you should tap on your chest just to get your energy flowing. And the energy that flows is joyful energy, is life energy, is like getting your body into the mode that you would like to dance, that you would like to jump out of the seat or go for a walk. And children, especially puberty children, the thymus will shut down. Yeah. So when you're with your client and you're perceiving that she has this dull, heavy,
Mm-hmm.
gray energy, you could just start tapping onto your body, because your frequency will rise when you tap on your body, and she could get the frequency from your body, and you could heal just like being the energy that you would love to let her perceive, know, be, and receive. Does that bring any lightness to your question? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just and in return to sender, who does this belong to? And if you're at the, not the effect, but affect, if you're affected by it, so your body is getting into that energy, please tap your body into a higher frequency so you can, my thymus was blocked. Yes, that's exactly. Ingrid also told. So thank you for that question, because now even Ingrid gets answer on her question. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Please join me. Maybe Ingrid wants to say something about those more childhood joy, please. There you go. You see, even Marty has the same energy. She perceived it as well. More childhood wonder. Yeah, because when we were born, everything was like so easy. We didn't have any rules and boundaries. We didn't have any conclusions about whatsoever. We were just free spirits, free of being. And then we just grew up and we take life so fuckingly seriously. And when you start taking life fucking seriously, it's going to hurt. And you're going to lose your childhood wonder. And you're going to lose the orgasmic living flowing through your genitals. You will lose that energy. Because childhood wonder comes from the lower part of your being. Just if you talk about chakras, it's just your third and second chakra. There's the joyfulness, the orgasmic energy. And I talked about this a lot of times because it's juicy for me to talk about. So if you cannot hear, please put your fingers in your ears. But we are all born from an orgasm. Every fucking body is created from orgasm. So it's the privilege, it's your birthright to be orgasmic. So every time when you feel that there is juice in your genitals, you're fucking alive! Celebrate life. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be horrified thinking it's dirty or thinking you're being naughty or whatever. What if it's supposed to be joyful? What if the body is supposed to be yummy? Because when a body is not yummy, it is yucky and boring and sleeping, and there's no childhood wonder in that. No. There's also no juice in that. No. I better die. You get it? And access is all about you get it when you get it. I'm just telling this bullshit, and if you perceive that it's right for you, you might get a little smile on your face. Maybe I just might have touched some valuable lessons here. So don't be too joyful, because you're supposed to be serious and in pain. That's what life belongs to in this reality. So, okay, like we've addressed this part, okay? Everybody is born out of an orgasm. So we have the right to be orgasmic, we have the right to be sexual, and we have the right to receive. And receiving is something I would like to talk to you about as well, because we are not taught how to receive in this world. When we were small children, even like really babies, like really small, we just knew how to manipulate the hell out of this world. If we were hungry, we just cried and we get the tit from our mama. If we were bored, we cried and mama took us out of the cradle and she put her on her chest and we were happy. If we got cold, we cried and she gave us a little fluffy blanket. We were manipulating bitches. Everybody. And then we grow up and then we are being taught, you're not supposed to manipulate. It's bad. And then it really got serious in this life. You're not supposed to lie. You're not supposed to manipulate. You're not supposed to pick your ears. You're not supposed to pick your nose. You're not supposed to put your hands into your genitals. That is really yummy. You're not supposed to have any yumminess at all. Will you now destroy and uncreate everything that is, please? Good bedroom, red pop bottle, 9 short boys and meals. What about life that is supposed to be fun? What if it's your birthright to have fun and enjoy this fucking planet as long as you're here? We can also choose to do what everybody else is doing, not to put our heads high, just be inside this intense little too big body because I need to judge my body, otherwise it's not okay. I need to have size like, I don't know which size, I lost track of that size a little while ago. But we're supposed to have 1.8 children. We're supposed to have the haircut every 6 weeks. We have supposed to go. Okay, if you want to go there, please stop being so boring to me, because you will never cope with me. You will never hold on to me because I'm fast, I'm the speed of light, I'm having so many projects running at one time. I love chaos, I love sex, I love champagne, I love orgasmic being, and I love to be not in form, not in structure, not in linearities, and not in any contract whatsoever. Why? Because I fucking can. And everything that doesn't allow you to have that in your life, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Good, bad, wrong, right, pop bottle, 9 short boys and males. Sorry about being intense, but when energy in English starts flowing, I cannot hold on to myself. I'm just being the orgasmic being I truly be. Okay, and when I'm talking in Dutch, I try to be civil. I try to be a little bit, not too much in everybody's face, but yeah. This is why I like to speak in English, because energy is so much more easy for me. So else, how are you doing? Is everything okay? Yes, okay. Marty, can you cope with me? Can you hold on? Can you bear with me? Okay, super. And how is Michelle? You okay? Yes, super. And Paulina, maybe you can write something in the chat because I cannot see you. How many participants are we having? 7, so I missed one. Oh, and Marissa. Marissa, are you okay? Yeah, awesome, awesome. Great. So, if you could choose a life, a form, a structure, a being, a business, a building, whatever, just from chaos, what would you choose? Oh, and Ingrid's also there. Thank you. Thank you for answering. So what would you choose? If you could choose from chaos, like no form, no structure, no pool points of order. If shit is not going to hit the van, what would you choose? Would you still go do what you did before to get the result you always got? Or will you allow yourself to be out of form, out of linearity, out of structure, and out of simplicity, and out of the, how do you say it, polarity? That it needs to be good or bad or right or wrong. It needs to be thick or thin, high or low. What if we could block that just for a second and just be in the creation of what if everything is possible? Every fucking thing. I've just moved my ass from like almost the north part of the Netherlands to the southeast part of the Netherlands just because I rented out my house and I was not supposed to. Well, let me tell you something. We got this beautiful thing called Airbnb. Yeah, Airbnb. And I had rented out my house on Airbnb, and I was not supposed to because it says in the contract that I was not allowed to have somebody else come into the house and pay me for it. So, but I've been asking some questions before, and I totally forgot. So let me help you with this story. I was wondering and making a lot of money with my business, enjoying my business, working my ass off, but wanted a new car. And I thought, wow, let me have a Nissan Qashqai. I would love to have the big car with the big wheels and the beautiful everything that car has, in my opinion, in my world. At the situation where I lived in, I could never ever allow that kind of car to sit next to my house. I just was not willing to give myself the possibility that it be scratched or torn down or stolen or I have no idea, but the energy was so clear that if I got the car like that and put it inside of my house, that car would not survive. And I would be devastated if I put in so much money, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I've been asking some questions about that. I'm working my ass off. I can afford a new car, but I'm not buying it because I have so much conclusions and projections about the place I live in and the situation if the car was safe next to my house. What would it take to upgrade my life so I could live in an area that I could have this car? That's the only question I asked the universe. What energy, space, and consciousness do I need to be that would allow me to have that Nissan Qashqai in a neighborhood with total ease? And then they kicked me out of my house. Yeah, cute but not bright, but it never shows the way you think it's going to show. So I've been asking questions to higher my standards where I live. They took a little bit serious because I'm on one of the highest mountains of the Netherlands now. I didn't mean like that high, but okay, I'm being in the south of the Netherlands now, living in a silent area. I'm not supposed to make lots of noise here, on a mountain, and I'm making more money than my neighbors are because actually this environment doesn't have that much money at all. So isn't that interesting? I just asked one fucking question. I got kicked out of my house. It was all my own purpose because I knew I was not supposed to rent that house, but I did. But yeah, on the other side, I was asking some questions to upgrade my life. And now I'm sitting here in this gorgeous house. It's like, I cannot even talk about it. It's so fucking beautiful. I cannot get it that I just created this with just one simple question. And you can have it too. This is why I say you can have everything. If you will allow yourself to have it, to be it, to perceive it and receive it, you will. This was in no form structure was it possible for me to live in this house. It was not possible. I don't know how do you say, I got a driveway. You can drive up here. It's like, it looks like kind of castle, a huge building with beautiful trees and lights and in the driveway. And you just drive up and there's this gorgeous fence. And the backyard is like looking all over the mountains, just down the valley. It's like stunning. And I just came from a simple renting house in a farmer's side, and I'm just now laughing my balls off, drinking champagne. So what if you could have this? What problems, what situations, what thoughts, feelings, and emotions are running to your head now? Please share them with me so I can help you get out of this labyrinthal thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You can unmute yourself. Yeah. No one? No thoughts, feelings, emotions that are blocking you? Can I have that, please? Yes, you can. Are you ready to choose it? What? Because everything that you're thinking of that you could not have it, might not have it, that don't deserve to have it, or maybe you're thinking, yeah, but it's you, the magic unicorn on top of the hill, you're supposed to have it. Everything that is times Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, bad, wrong, right, pots, all 9, short, boys, and meons. I'm just so mediocre that I'm not mediocre, and you're not mediocre. Please step out of being average. You're not. And everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive the uniqueness of the being you truly be, will you destroy and uncreate it. Good, bad, wrong, right, pots, all 9, short, boys, and meons. The whole life is changing from chaos to order and to chaos again. Yeah, because this is like, in this reality, we have to function from order. But if you function from order, you get what you're always getting. The same bullshit. And if you start creating from chaos, like putting the lid of the champagne bottle, just pop it off, Yeah, it might be dirty. Yeah, it might be splashing around, but it might be so much fun. Everything that keeps you there, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yeah.
Good, bad, wrong, right, pot, all nine, short, boys, and beyonds. It's our fear of this that withholds us from growing out of it. Well, and exactly, once you're saying that it is something outside of you, you're screwed. There is no such thing as like it's inside of me or outside of me. As long as you start talking that it's like inside of you, then you're having barriers up. Then you're having separation. So if you start looking at money and you're speaking about money like money is out there, you're screwed as well. Because you create separation. Do you get it, Michelle? It is separation. When you say there's something inside of me and something outside of me, you just separate it from the being. Okay? I have difficulty to receive and being proud of myself. Okay. Is it really difficult to receive, Marty? If I just hold a pen right now and I would give it to you, could you receive it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just open up your hand and you receive it. I could put it in your hand and you would receive. Is that difficult?
No.
No. So, truth, is it difficult to receive?
No.
Okay, thank you. So, being proud of yourself, you can only make yourself proud if you could say something nice to yourself that you weren't before. Is it truth that you weren't beautiful, spacious, gorgeous, marvelous before all of that, before you told yourself?
Again, please.
Yeah. To make yourself proud of something, you just need to be without it before you could be proud. Is that the truth? Is that right? No. There is no such thing as being proud of yourself. You are. It's not something you're doing. It's something you're being. Are you a marvelous, joyful, beautiful creature?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have to tell you that you are before you believe that it's true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you put it out there again. There's the separation part again. You see what I mean? Like, I can only have it when someone tells me that I'm allowed to have it.
Yeah.
That comes from outside of you. So you just put in separation between what's outside and what's inside. So thank you so much, Misha and Marty, for bringing this up, because this is huge. When you have two sides of this, like being, I can only be joyful if the circumstances are right. I can only be proud of me if the circumstances are right. I can only receive that money if the circumstances are right. I can only be orgasmic when the circumstances are right. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Good, bad, wrong, right, pop, pot, all nine, short, boys, and beyonds. It's like I can only have sex when the lights are off and the temperature is right. Is that true? No. Can you have sex while you're on this computer without me seeing that you're having it? Yeah. Just squeeze your genitals now. You're having sex. You don't need someone to be in copulation to have sex. You can be that energy. You can be money. You can be joy. You can be orgasmic. You can be proud. You don't need anything else. It's just a choice. You just have to be aware of it, that it is a possibility for you to choose. So, everything that doesn't allow you to choose it, while you want to choose it and you still think you need permission to choose it, will you destroy and uncreate everything? Good, bad, wrong, right, pop, pot, all nine, short, boys, and beyonds. How's that, Marty? How are you?
Yeah, lichter.
Yeah, it's lighter, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more easy. Because you're still waiting for permission. You're still waiting for someone to say, okay, Marty, you had paid enough. It's been long enough. You're free to go now. Is it true that someone needs to set you free before you can be free?
No.
No, sweetie, I get it. I totally get it. Do you think you can give yourself a big favor to start being free, at least when you're wandering in your own house? Just fucking allow yourself to be open, spacious, free, and joyful. Every time it hurts like this, when I see your cry, you're not giving yourself enough energy. Your energy is not present in the creation. You're just giving your energy to everybody else. You're watching everybody else. You're taking care of everybody else, but you're not taking care of you. You are not in the creation. So if an infinite being could choose right now, like Marty, I take you for example, if you could put yourself in this situation and ask your being, hey buddy, what would you like to be today to be joyful? Can you perceive that as a total different energy?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one teaches us that we need to put ourselves first. We always been taught that if we put ourselves first, it's egocentric. But you're supposed to have fun with the body, fun with the being, fun in your life, and it includes you. If as soon as you exclude yourself from the creation, it's going to hurt. You're going to get dizzy, you're going to be painful, you're going to be sad, you're going to be miserable. Why? Because you're picking up every shit of everybody and you're not taking care of yourself. And so everybody else's shit becomes more intense than you, the being, and you're the being just disappears. This is why you asked for childhood wonder. It was you, Marty, who asked for it? Yeah. Because you totally drowned in your own body. You just disappeared to the background. There's nothing left of you, the being that is so beautiful. And I would love to invite all of you to bring more of your being outside of there. And only then it is that you take action for other people. It's your frequency I would love to meet. It's your gorgeous being that I want to embrace. It's not the being of 10,000 people surrounding you that created you in this body I would like to hug. You get it?
Yeah.
So being orgasmic means include yourself first. Embrace your being, embrace your body, embrace your awarenesses, your weirdiness, your wackoness, your bubbly energy. Just allow yourself to be that. Even if it's just in your own house, in the comfort of your own house. I went to this restaurant lately and we have something in the Netherlands called ballenbak. That's a big box with bright, colorful balls and you can play and swim in it. I love the ballenbak. I just love it. And I was sitting in a restaurant being decent with a beautiful lace dress and gorgeous fingernails and makeup. But okay, I was just like, I would so love to go for a jump inside of the ballenbak. And I just did. And everybody said, you're so crazy. I said, yeah, I know. And I don't give a shit. And I was sitting in that ballenbak and the joy that I wanted was already gone because only me going to the ballenbak was so yummy, so joyful. Like, actually, I didn't have to do anything inside the ballenbak. It was just allowing me to be that wacky, joyful, childhood wandering creature. That was what I was really longing for to have. So you don't really need to go to McDonald's right now and be in the ballenbak, but can you allow yourself to have that energy? And just say, I'll have that. No matter how many people are going to laugh at me, how many people are going to think that I'm crazy or wacky or even too soon in a new relationship or over my grief too fast, Marty, it's just their interesting point of view. You are on this planet to be alive, not to grieve, okay? Please allow your being to be joyful again. Yeah? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't go into the ballenbak at McDonald's or IKEA. Sometimes they do pee. I don't want to. Yeah! Okay, maybe I just clean up afterwards and go and take a shower or so. Oh yes, with more ease every day. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, and going down the slide is also joyful. Yeah, and running around with your dogs is joyful. And playing with the cat is joyful. And going to the zoo is joyful. And riding a bicycle is joyful. And yeah, what else could you add to your life today that will give you more joy right away? And anything and everything that doesn't allow you to have and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Good, bad, wrong, right, bottle, life, your bottle, yeah? Just a second. And I don't want to go into it too much, Marty, but Marty lost her spouse and she is in grief. So all the contracts you might have with anybody else that doesn't allow you to have joy, will you please revoke, recant, resent, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate everything that is, so you can be playful and joyful again. Good, bad, wrong, right, pot, all 9 short boys and beyonds, and not only with spouses, but also with any church, religion, cult, institution, academicies, swearings, and bondings. Please destroy and uncreate everything that is in all time, space, and dimensions, so you can be free of choice and free of body. Everything that doesn't allow you, good, bad, wrong, right, pot, all 9 short boys and beyonds. Thank you so much. That is beautiful. Hi, Lotte. Nice to meet you again. Nice to see you. Welcome. We are getting to the end of this call, so if there's anything, yeah, just unmute yourself. Lotte, do you want to? Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
So.
I have no question.
Oh, you just wanted to say hi. Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
I was just wondering, we were just talking about the joy of being alive, orgasmic living, orgasmic being. So, yeah, thank you for joining on. And if you got a question, just pop it up or unmute yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, anybody else? Is there anything you would like to say at this point? Because it's just almost an hour that we're running into now. Is anybody else? Okay, so let's rephrase everything so you are clear on what you told. You're being in business, waking up in the morning. I have to go, there's another Zoom. Okay, thank you, Marissa. Thank you for joining us. And every morning when you wake up and blood is running through your veins, you're in business. And what if business could be something so out of form, out of structure, out of linearity, that you could have ease and joy with it? Pauline says, thank you. Okay. So being in business means everything you do, like eating, sitting on the sofa, going on the toilet, having a shower. Can you be joyful in a shower? Yes, you can. Can you be joyful in a toilet? Yes, you can. Can you be joyful when you're dreaming at night? Yes, you can. It's your birthright to be joyful. And just know that every time when you're having too much fun and the fun goes over in crying, know that the body is releasing so much suppressed energy, that you're being suppressed, that you're holding on to, that you're trying to be fitting into this body, while being joyful is releasing your boundaries, being expanding your awareness, expanding your energy. So you can no longer hold on to the grief and the pain and the sorrow. So be joyful and be ready to cry. And don't go into a conclusion that cry means you have to be small again. Just laugh and cry and be the open, spacious body you truly be for all eternity. And everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, and perceive that, please destroy, return to sender with consciousness. Good, bad, wrong, right, pock, pots, all nine, short, boys, and beyonds. So what else? There's still something coming up. Just let me see. Being proud of myself, we have that. Yes, and let's go and put in another more chaos. Let's add some chaos to the creations today. So I would, yeah.
Can I tell something, please?
Yes, of course.
So the last thing I heard when I logged into this Zoom was like being try to find my words. Set yourself on the first place.
Yeah.
And then I was making the reaction to I was preparing myself to post it on the Access Facebook group, but while I was typing the sentence like, what does it take to set yourself in the first place, no matter what? I was thinking that I can do that. So, like, is it really that energy set yourself in the first place? Like, is it really that energy, or is it, the first thing I think is so egocentric, egoistic. You need to take care of other people. Can you say something about it?
Yeah, of course. Do you need to take care of everybody else before you can take care of you? Is that true?
No.
No. Okay. So if you go to you want to create a class. Let's say that you want to create a class and you're not in, the energy of you is not in there. Will this class be created?
No.
Okay. So if you have a host and you ask a host to create your class and you're not present, is that class going to be created?
The answer is no, but I have no answer.
Yeah, so you get it? It starts to get difficult because
Yes.
maybe you can put somebody else in front of you more important than you.
Yes, is that energy?
Yeah, so maybe you can make that host more important so you can be at the back, but finally at the end, it's going to be hard.
It's like really the energy of what if I am the most important person in the world? Is that energy or not?
Yes, exactly. You are the most important person in this world. This world is waiting for your being. You are the gift to this planet. And if you don't allow yourself to put yourself in that creation, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be hard, it's going to be painful, and it's going to be contracted.
It's like being like literally and figuratively being a star.
Yeah, you are a star.
Yeah,
but we're not allowed to shine so much that people need to wear sunglasses. And that's bad. You're not supposed to be that intense. You're not supposed to.
It's like, I'm here. And then we're like, no, I'm here. And no. I would like to say something, but it's not correct.
It doesn't match the energy?
What? No, what? It's like, I'm here, so shut up, but it's not, no.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. But like, shut up is maybe not the best energy, but it's like you're being so important in this creation that the creation will starve and die if you're not there.
It's like the question: what does it take to be so? What does it take to be so important? Or what? No, I have something in my mind, but it's.
I'm getting it.
What does it take?
What would it take for you to be so enormously outrageous, number one energy, like important, let's say important?
Yeah. How important can I be today, like this?
Yeah, Gary told us in the foundation class, as long as you're not putting yourself in there first, you will, yes. It won't be the gift that you truly be.
It's like a kid that say, watch me, watch me, watch me.
Yeah, it's exactly. That kid doesn't have any conclusions about it. The kid wants to shine, wants to be seen, wants to be known. And we are just taught to be not that much, not that big, not that bright.
Sorry. You're a child, they say you are too much, don't take all the attention, shut up. Don't be so excited.
Yeah, don't be so joyful. Don't be so sexual. Don't be so orgasmic.
Yes.
And I'm just trying to tell you, be joyful, be orgasmic, be bold, be all of you.
So then actually they will say the question, at which age at what age have you stopped being important? And then they clear it.
It starts, and it starts already with 2. When you're 2 years old, your whole program is already done. Everything is already in the system. Everything is destroyed and uncreated or changed or adjusted. And when you're about 5 or 6, maybe 7, you're being totally programmed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So another question. I do so much destroy and create everything. But what do you think is what is the most important thing to deprogram yourself? Do you have a tip for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the lies you've been buying.
Lies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand lies.
No, lies. All the lies you've been buying, or everybody else is buying and telling you to. When there is a lie, the energy is heavy.
Okay.
You want to get rid of all the heaviness in your life. So every time when you hit something that is heavy, there is a lie attached to it.
Okay, nice.
So destroy and uncreate all lies, and there won't be any heaviness anymore in your life.
Wow, cool. Thanks for the contribution.
That would be too much fun, Lotte. You cannot handle that. Okay, so that's for everybody. If it's heavy, there is a lie attached in your world. Doesn't mean it has to be a lie for me, but in your world, in your energy, in your image, there is a lie. Otherwise, it wouldn't be heavy. And if it's heavy, just destroy and create everything, all the points of views and projections you have about that lie. Just destroy and uncreate it, and look what's underneath there.
Yes, nice.
And just know your knowing. You know when there is a lie, because when it's heavy, there's always a lie.
Okay,
not like really somebody is telling you a lie, but the energy is not congruent. There is a lie in the energy. And everybody get that? Else, do you get it? Yeah. Marty, do you get it? Michelle? Okay. So everywhere when the energy is heavy, there's a lie. Just destroy and uncreate everything you think of that. Everything that pops up when you go into, what's this? And destroy and uncreate it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you perceive anything now that's heavy in your life?
Yes.
Okay, just go there. Just watch it. Don't go into conclusion. Just watch the energy and say, okay, everything that is not congruent with me, I just try and uncreate.
Yes.
The bedroom, right, Pakwatsal, 9 short boys and beyonds. All the lies, all the agendas, all the secret agendas, all the all the limits, everything that is destroy and uncreate it. Good bedroom, right, Pakwatsal, 9 short boys and beyonds. You feel already the energy is already shifting. As soon as you start destroying and uncreate everything that is on top of that lie, it needs to clear up, and it will.
What can you do with, like, it's too hard for me to say the subject, but things that keep coming over and over again.
Make it go. Take it 13. Changing tracks. You heard about changing tracks? Did you hear about it?
I heard about it. I think it's not in my foundation. 13.
No, it's not. It will be really soon. It will come. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'll have it.
1.
I'm not really clear about how far it already goes in foundation, and let me check it. It's about 11, so it's coming. There's 12 and 13 right now. So if you want to go there, you can do a 5, you can do a 7, and you can do an 8.
It's like, for me, I destroy and create so much, but I have the sense that those numbers were not so hard as destroy and create.
Mm-hmm. It works on another frequency.
Okay.
So, and just in the last call, I told you about changing the molecules. You remember waving your hands in the molecules? You can also use that one. Yeah,
Okay.
that one. If it's really hard, just change the energy. Go inside there, just like you're watching through a microscope, and you see all the molecules in that situation, and just change some molecules. Wave the energy around it, and it will change as well. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, lovely people, if is there anybody else who would love to make a comment or a question, now is the time. And otherwise, I'm going to end the call for this moment. It is so much fun to do this in English. There's so much more stuff changing than last week when we did this in Dutch. I like it. Okay, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to end the recording. The recording will be on my YouTube channel, so you can pick it up there. I will post it in the group, so you can pick it up and share it if you would like to. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here, and I wish you a joyful night, and let's be more joyful, more orgasmic, more sexual, and more like a champagne bottle. Mwah! Bye for now. Bye, everybody.